Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Friday the 17th of July. We have a load of new mods. We also have a new map which is going to become apparent when I start going through the mods. We have some updates which I'm going to go through first. The updates are as follows. Okay, so I usually add this bit on afterwards during editing, and I've just noticed something in the Modhub which I'm not sure about. We have got an update to the wooden sheds by Switch. We have got an update to the NMC timber loader by North Modding Company, which I'm going to have a look at in the review in a minute. We've got an update to the NMC Griffin by North Modding Company, and part of that, unless I'm reading that wrong, it says there's been an upgrade to give you a 1,200 horsepower version. It definitely says 1,200 horsepower engine configuration. I don't check that in the mod review because I've only just seen that in the Modhub, so apologies for that. But we do have 3 new Seasons geos. I know this is normally the updates bit, but the geos are a little bit harder, you can't really show those. We've got Seasons Ohio by Adub Modding, Seasons U.S.A. Eastern by Adub Modding, and Seasons Geo Lowry Minnesota by Mappers Paradise. Okay, so within that, as you've just seen, I kind of swept up the geos that are available. One being Seasons 19 Minnesota Lowry by Mappers Paradise, which kind of gives you a bit of an indication as to what the map is that was released today. Now I'm going to put this out there right now in this mod review. Look at mods out today. I'm not going to be reviewing the new Hudig 1260E by North Modding Company. That is going to be a separate mod review because there's so much on that, so much equipment, so much that it does. It's going to take ages to have a look at all that, and I didn't want to get that all confused and caught up with all the mods for today as well. So that's going to be a separate mod review. Hopefully that will post later on today, possibly tomorrow morning, but hopefully this evening. That is the plan. So, starting off right in front of us, we have got the Allo Multigrab 160 HD by Agrar Modding. This is a silage fork, silage grab. It will use 4 slots. I think it's 2,000 litre capacity. You'll find it under tools and under front loaders, I think it was. I couldn't find it in anywhere else because I thought sometimes you get them and they are available in with a telehandler option or wheel loader option or whatever. I could only find this under front loaders, or at least I thought I could. So there we go. The Allo Multigrab 160 HD is it's not 2,000 litres, 800 litres. Wow, that's way less than I thought it was going to be. I'm sure when I looked at this a minute ago it was 2,000. I'm losing my mind. It takes all crop types, so when it says it's a silage fork, it's weird. The Modhub is just, yeah, silage grab fork, it says in the Modhub. Wow. Oh, it's because it's priced at 2,000. That's why my mind was thinking 2,000. Yeah, options available. You can have it with hoses, yes or no on the back, and that's it. That's the options available. It's fairly small. It's not going to be for a big thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. The actual detail of the mod is phenomenal, but it is going to be fairly small. When I say it is going to be, it is fairly small. 800 litres is not a large bucket, and that's it. That's by Agrar Modding. That's what it does. That's its size. Actually, I'm going to check in here. Just double check, make sure it's not one of the skid steer loaders as well, or I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's just the front loader option. It does say in the Modhub 800 litre. It doesn't say there's a various different options for it, so I think that's it. There we go. Moving on, we've got this. I think this is a very handy one actually. This is a water trailer by FS Modding. We do have various different water trailers, all sorts of trail ones, all different sizes. This is a 10,000 litre one, which is pretty good. Some of the ones we have are a bit smaller, 8,000, 7,900. We have got some slightly large ones as well. But the price on this one's pretty good too. Now it's pretty plain. There's not a lot to it. At the end of the day, it's a water tank. It's got all the little pump and hoses and stuff that you would expect to see on it. This is under animals, not under baling technology. Animals. 5,500 to buy. So pretty good really when you think about that. You got the various different ones here. We've got the HTS 8045, which was a modded one, 8,500 for an 8,000 litre. We've got the standard in-game Joskin Aquatrans 7,300 for 9,500 to buy. The MKS 8,000 litres for 25 grand, although that does do water and milk. So to be fair, for 10,000 litres, 5,500 to buy, that's not too bad at all. Options available: we can change the rim colour to anything on this pallet, like so. Main colour, we can change to anything on this pallet, like so. Those are your options available, and it will take 10,000 litres of water. Moving on, and this was the other indication as well of the map that's out today. This here, you'll probably be able to tell the logo, this is the Millennial Seed Pallets by Mapper's Paradise. So this has come out in conjunction with the Geo and in conjunction with the map from Mapper's Paradise. Now, be warned or be wary when you go to find this in the store under pallets. It definitely says in the Modhub Millennial Seed Pallets. Fine. If we look at a seed pallet there, 2,100 litres for 1,890. If we scroll across till we get to it, which is there, that there says fertiliser pallet for crops. It's like, okay. But down the bottom left, it's still showing the seed icon. Now, 2,100 litres for 1,650, so that puts it a little bit cheaper than the standard pallets we get. So it's a cheaper seed option, assuming of course it is seed. So I checked it. I got one of these pallets, I grabbed the seed and fertiliser container and I filled it up. It is definitely seed. So although it says fertiliser when you're going to buy it, it is definitely a seed pallet. Which, to be fair, like I say, for the price, it's not a bad price for 2,100 litres of seed. So there we go, Millennial Seed Pallets. And that's 2 slots to place on the map. So if you're going to place a load of these and have them, or say to place to buy, then they're going to take up slot space. As soon as you unload or load them into something, for example, you put the seed loose in there, the pallet disappears, that slot count goes. So you shouldn't have to worry about the slot count staying. That's the same with most pallets in game. Once you've used them, the slot count drops back off again. But there you go, that's the Millennial Seed Pallets by Mapper's Paradise. Moving on, I think we're out into the field now. I'm going to start off up the back here. These are a curiosity. These are the Placeable Silos by DD ModPassion. Now, we have had quite a few Placeable Silos by DD ModPassion. There's also a Placeable Silo Salt that comes with this as well. The salt is used if you're in seasons and you've got snow and you can spread salt. When you go into the Modhub to have a look, it says, it's very weird, it says in the Modhub, silos with 35,000 litre capacity. Then it says contains base food, chicken food, fertiliser. It doesn't. What it means, it can contain. Because I thought, well, that's like the ones you could get when you brought them out and put them down. Once you used them, you use the 35,000 litres, it would disappear. These aren't. These are actual placeable silos. These will store and hold 35,000 litres of product. So when you buy them, they are empty. Because when I looked at it, I thought 35,000 litres, these cost 10,000 each to buy. That would put that at the cheapest seeds you could possibly get. That would work out about 280, I think, for 1,000 litres or something like that. But they don't. These are just silos. Now, here's the weird thing with them. They hold 35,000 litres each. That's what it says. And you can buy all the different variations. We've got seed, we've got fertiliser, we've got a lime one. We'll have a look at them in the store in just a second. And then we've got a generic one here on the end as well. The generic one will hold 35,000 litres of everything. So the question then is one of those of, well, why would I buy one for seed, one for fertiliser, one for lime, when I can buy one that will hold 35,000 litres of each? Doesn't make a lot of sense. And this is where it gets even more curious. It's a bit of an odd one. We'll have a look at it first, actually. This is actually under Placeables, under Silos. So here we are. The Lizard Silo, 10,000 to buy, 35,000 litre capacity, and it will take all of those crop types. It will take pig food, it will take seed, lime, all the rest of it. The next one is for pig food. That will take 35,000 litres of pig food. That will take horse food, oats. That will do chicken food. So barley, I think. Oh, that just says wheat actually, not barley. That one does seed. That one does fertiliser. That one does lime. So like I say, yeah, why would you buy multiple ones to hold individual crops when that end one will do 35,000 litres of anything? Which got me thinking, I need to check it out. Oh, hang on, I need to go and grab a tractor. Bear with me 1 second. So in my trailer I've got 14,617 litres of fertiliser. So when you want to put something into the empty silos, you back up and you'll get the trigger come up like so. Unload. And then it will go, depending on what your trailer's like. Which is all very lovely. When you want to take out of it, I'm underneath the spout anyway, press L3 and it will tell me what I've got in there. But weirdly that says farm silo 140,000 litres, because what it's done, it's linked all four together, which again has got me really baffled. So if I go across now, I've got no lime, no pig food, wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflowers, soybean, corn. Now that says I've got seeds in there, but I didn't put any seeds in it. It's got the fertiliser that I put in there and a little bit I put in before. So that's weird. So if I go along now to the next one, which is my seed one, and I did put seed into the seed one to test it. So we go on to that one. That says 105,000 litres. So that seems to have taken 3 of them, but not the end one. Options available. What can I get? I can get my seed and my fertiliser apparently out of this one. So what I'm kind of getting from this is that they kind of link all up, but they all do everything. Although now I'm trying to scroll through that one and that's not giving me the option for seed, and it's so bizarre. That one doesn't seem to be linked to anything else. That's saying 35,000 litres. Let's have a look at the lime one. That's what I mean. I'm really confused with this one. It's a bit of an odd one. That's saying 70,000. So what's that linked to? Lime and fertiliser. So that one seems to have linked these two together, which are next to each other. So that one seems to have linked that to that. This one seems to be a standalone. That one seems to have linked to both of those. And that one seems to have linked to all of them. So I'm... It's very odd. My advice would be go for that one. You can put 35,000 litres of everything into it. I don't understand why you would get those ones. They just seem to be reskins of that, although in some cases you seem to be able to get multiple things out, in some cases you can't. Probably because the gap's a little bit wider between those two than those two. So maybe if you put a cluster of them together, you could, you know, very odd. Like I say, just go with that one, surely. Is that just me oversimplifying something? I don't know. So what I'll do is go to that end one and see if it'll let me take the seed out. Like I said, I didn't put any seed into it. I put seed into the seed one, which is odd. Which could mean they're all linked, which again, a bit peculiar. Right, seeds. Yeah. I don't understand. Anyway, that's the placeable silos with 35,000 litre capacity by DD ModPassion. An enigma, an anomaly. Yeah, peculiar. Anyway, moving on. We have got. Let's go with this next. Now, this was down as an update. But on the update it did say that it has had a complete overhaul. This is the, again this is another peculiar one. This is a Fendt Vario 900 Gen 6 May 2020 is what it says in the Modhub, and it does say that it has had a complete overhaul. So this is the Gen 6 2020 version. Changelog V3.0.0.0, completely revised model. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to have a look at it because quite clear this is a completely changed thing. It does say required Moz Agri bumper by Vertex Design, but you can have it as a standalone tractor as it is. Weirdly, when you come into the Modhub, it doesn't say like to buy it. It doesn't say Fendt Vario 900 Gen 6 May 2020. which threw me a little bit. Now this is by Bayern-Agrar and Agrartechnik Nordeifel. So I don't know if it just hasn't imprinted over the top of the old one properly, or again, don't get it. It's not making a lot of sense. But anyway, this is the new version. Looks very, very nice. The 2020 iteration of. Quite a few options available on this as well. Really nicely detailed mod. Sounds really nice. We've got the what are they called? The Vario grip sections here as an option. Doesn't serve any function in game on console. Coloration for roof we can change. Price is adjusted to the original, and there's been added a power variant, and the power variant gives you different options. You can have Profi, Power, and Plus, I think it is. And there's different options inside the cab depending on which version you go for. Like I say, really nicely detailed, lovely looking mod. Very cool indeed. So this you'll find under vehicles, under large tractors. When I scroll across and we get to it, it actually says in here Vario 900 S5, which is what confused me a little bit. So it doesn't say Vario 900 Gen 6 My 2020. It's definitely that one because I made sure I uninstalled all the other Fendts I had installed, so that's the only one I've got installed now. So, options available. This we'll use as well, just to let you know. 57 slots. Eek, that's up there. We can change the rim colour to anything on that palette, and there are a few different ones available, as you can see. Why did I go for another red? That was daft. Main colour, we can change things. We've got quite a few different Fendt colours, classics, Farmer, the older versions, the petrol blue, which I quite like, Black Beauty, and then you can go for other colours as well. You can go for the Hardy if you want to go for that. You don't have to, it's entirely sure. You go for a pink tractor if you want to go down that route. That looks grim. Design colour changes the roof. So if I want to change the roof colour, like so, you can do that and go for a United Colours of Benetton tractor if you want to go down that route. Do they still exist? Is there any youngsters out there who will not know who that is, or what that is? Then we've got options on our wheel brand. We can have Trelleborg and Michelin. Those are the two options. And the Trelleborg, we've got standard, and then default plus warning signs. We've then got Vario grip, which puts a bit on the inside, and warning signs. We've got wheel weights and warning signs. Wide tyres. Wide tyres with Vario grip. Wide tyres and weights back to standard. And then we go to Michelin. We've got standard with warning signs, wheel weights with warning signs, Vario grip with warning signs, and back to standard. There's no twins or anything like that on this, which surprised me. Design option, we can have standard or design line, which gives you the chromed grille and chromed exhaust cover. And then we can have it without beacons, left beacon, LED beacon, right beacon, LED beacon, twin beacons, twin LED beacons. I think I went for the twin LEDs. Then we come on to the engines. Now inside, it's a little bit difficult to see, but inside there you've got standard controls. We go to the 930 power, which is 296 horsepower. The 930 Profi gives you the control column with all the buttons and stuff on it as well. If you go for the 930 Profi Plus, it puts an extra screen, like a wider, bigger screen in there too. It does put the price up by another £3 but then we go for the 933, which takes you up to 326 horsepower. Again, we've got power, we've got Profi, and we've got Profi Plus, which does the same thing inside the cab. Then we go to the 936, 355 horsepower. Again, power, Profi, Profi Plus. Then the 939, 385 horsepower, and we can have that in power, Profi, Profi Plus. Then the 942, which takes up to 415 horsepower. Again, power, Profi, Profi Plus. Then we're back to our 930 again. So a few options there. Then we can have front fender, yes or no. And those are your options available. So, jump in, start it up. Sounds very nice, up to 40 miles an hour. It's no slouch. It shifts. Nice movement on the cab and stuff you would expect. Right, beacons. Now these are LEDs. They're great. I love them. I like that as an option. You can fold those away. You can fold them away while they're still on, so you can blind the people behind you if you want to do that. L1 and X puts them back up. L1 and X puts them down. Lights all round. Pretty good lighting package. Like so. In cab, really nice. Very detailed. Go for our light options. Don't know if there's one for beacons. Did one come on there? Couldn't see it. Don't think so. But we do have turn this off again. We do have options for the door and windows. I want to get this right. L1 and right stick side to side opens up the rear window, like so, and right stick up and down opens and closes the left door. Like so, and those are the options. Oh no, it isn't. I've just remembered. Yeah, if we go L1 and R1 and then left stick, we can raise and lower the front suspension as well, like so. We have that on one of the John Deere's originally, I think if I recall correctly. And we can change the driving position as well, which you can do in some Fendts and some Valtras and whatnot. L1, R1 and X. Swings the whole lot round. You can drive it in reverse like so. And there we go. There we go. Very nice indeed. That's the, well, it depends where you look at it. That's the Fendt Vario 900 Gen 6 May 2020 or the Fendt Vario 900 S5, depending on what it says in the store and or Modhub. That's by Bayern-Agrar and Agrartechnik and Nordeifel. Moving on, we've got this. We have a Swiss Army knife. That's what it says in the Modhub as well. Let me just close that off a second. This is the NMC M20. This is by North Modding Company. This does have a required mod attached to it. This is the NMC Gooseneck M20, as you can see by the gooseneck. This needs the Griffin pack, the NMC Griffin, with all the various different backs and things you can get with it, because this is designed to interact with all of those various different backs. So you don't have to buy the NMC, you don't have to buy the expensive truck, lorry, to have all of those attachments available to you. You can download the mod, but then just buy the trailer, which will give you all of those options to you, which makes life a little bit easier. This you'll find was under miscellaneous. I think it was tools and miscellaneous. Gonna regret that in a minute, aren't I? No, I was right. There you go. Gooseneck M20. It's only £9,000. So compared to spending 100 and whatever thousand to buy the Griffin, with the ability to put all these backs on, you buy this for £9,000, and then all of the backs are available in the Griffin pack. The heavy haul with a fifth wheel attachment, if you want to go down that route. The timber bunk, the hook lift attachment, the wood chipper. You've got the short attachment. We've also got the timber loader, which came out separately. Now that's had an update today as well. I want to show you something on that. Well, that's why I've got it out. So all the various different backs that are available. There are a couple of others, I think. Was that the timber ones? I showed that already. Yeah, the timber bunk. So yeah, that gives you availability to all of those. I'm just reading what I've done. Options available on this. Now this does say NMC Griffin modules. It does say Scarrock. I've got the flatbed that it will hook up to for gooseneck, and the gooseneck will also hook up to fifth wheels. So I did bring it down originally on the back of my my lorry cab. So it will hook up to various different goosenecks and lorry cabs and fifth wheels and all sorts of stuff. So options available. We can change the design colour. The design colour is the back section, which at the moment is in chrome. So I'll change it to a brighter colour, like for example yellow. So it changes the NMC logo and the light clusters, or around the light clusters, to whatever colour you go for design colour. Main colour, as you can imagine, is the main colour, which changes that like so. We've got an option with our tyres. We can have lizards or we can have knock-ins, and those are our two options. And that's it. I mean, that's, you know, in essence, that's it. Now this will use 2 slots, which is pretty good when you think about it, all things considered. So I have got the flatbed. We hook up to that, like so, and like I say, for £9 if you've got a pickup already, or you've already got a lorry cab or whatever, like I say, you don't then have to spend out a fortune to buy the Griffin. So what we're going to do is go underneath this and hook up. So any of the various different backs in the NMC pack we've then got available to us, which is all very wonderful. Now in essence that's what it does, you know, it just gives you that option to use all the various different backs. That's it. That's the Gooseneck NMC Gooseneck M20 by North Modding Company. What I am going to show you though is what's on the back of it, the NMC Timber Loader. Now this came out a little while ago, and today I already mentioned it in the updates. I think I already mentioned it in the updates, yeah. Now, part of the update on this was the fact that initially when this first came out, you put it onto the back of the Griffin. Great, which you can now put it onto the back of this. And it operated on the back of the Griffin, or, you know, now you can actually enter this. So you can take this out to do your login, lumber and whatever, and you can actually get into that standalone. It doesn't have to still be attached to the vehicle. So what you can then do is unfold it, and you've got a login platform. The camera is way better now. They did a load of work on this. This was part of the update as well, was sorting out the camera, he says. Now why can't I get to go the other way? Oh, that's weird. Ooh. Anyway, and then we can do our crane functions and things that you want to do from here, so you don't actually have to have it attached to anything, which I think is absolutely fantastic. That's a really nice update to that. That makes it a really versatile bit of kit. That I really do like the option to do that. So if you do like your login and lumber, and this also, if you didn't see this originally, this does come with, let's open that up. It does come with straps as well. So you can have straps on it, which I prefer using, in all honesty, than the actual grab itself. So yeah, like that. As far as an update goes, that's a bit of a blinder, that. Very nice indeed. But also it goes with the gooseneck as well now. Very, very nice. Moving on to the last of the mods for this mod review, not for today, because we've still got the Hudig 1260E to look at in the next, in its own standalone review, like I said. We've got this. This is very nice. We had one of these in FS19. This is the Lizard Trex 80,000/6. This is by Blacksheep Modding. This is a logging trailer, but this logging trailer tips. So when you come to those logging points, you want to tip into the logging point, or if you've gone and done a load of lumber and you want to tip it for someone else to work on, or whatever you want to do. But anyway, it's a tipping trailer. It's so incredibly detailed as well. Some cracking options on this one too. Very, very long as well. You're going to get a load of stuff on that. Not too expensive either. Slot count on this sits at 5. So again, brilliant on slot count, no problems whatsoever. We'll have a look at it in store. This was under forestry equipment. There we go. T-Rex 8006, 25 grand to buy, so fairly cheap, but it's only 5 slots as well, which is brilliant. Options available, we can change the rim colour to anything within that palette, like so. We can change the main colour, again, to anything on that palette, like so. We can have Lizard, or we can have Trelleborg, or Michelin, and back again. Under Lizard, they're standard. Under Trelleborg, we've got standard and wides. Under Michelin, standard and wides. Then we've got our options on the actual bunks themselves. So you can have the 3x4 metre, like so, which gives you 3 sets. So if you're going to do 4 metre logs, you can put sets of 4 metre logs within those bunks. We can go 3x5 metre, which spreads the bunks out a little bit further, and you can put 3 sets of 5 metres on there. 2x8s, so we can have 2 sets of 8 metre logs on there. 16s, so you can do 16 metre logs, and they'll just catch at either end, or back to the 3x4 metre again. So a few options on the bunks there, like so. Front protection, yes or no. So if you like butting all the wood up against the front protector to get it all levelled and push from the other end to get it all nicely on there, great. If you don't like it and you like to overlap a little bit at the end, you can take that off like so. Very nice indeed. So the party piece of this obviously being the fact that it tips. In essence, it's a log trailer, it does what it should do. It does have straps. It does have ratchet straps. They do work from in cab. I hadn't actually hooked up to the trailer. Brilliant. So they do work from in cab. Unfold the trailer, L1 and X. Sides go down. Whole lot tips up. Now the previous version, I don't remember tipping as far as this one does. When sometimes the logs can get caught up on it, that tips a really long way up. So let's say for unloading, depending on where you're unloading to. That was always a real boon on FS17 when you had a lot of maps with the pond at the sawmill for putting your lumber into, like the log pond. Mill pond is the word I'm looking for, the mill pond. So you could sell them at the mill pond. That was an absolute bonus to have one of those. So you could just pull up, tip all your logs, and they'd roll off into the mill pond. But there you go. So a tipping logging trailer, Trex 80006 by Blacksheep Modding. And that's it for the mods for this mod review for today. I hope you found it useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.